All right, welcome to Power Yoga Backward Bends. We're going to get started in child's pose. So go ahead and come on over to those knees. Connect your big toes together, open the knees out, let the forehead rest gently down onto the mat. Close the eyes as we slip and slide into just a sweet, beautiful backward bend flow. Might even begin this practice by asking a question from the heart. What does your heart need in this practice? What do you need within this practice? It's an old Omaha proverb that says, ask questions from the heart and you will be answered by the heart. So often within the busyness of life and all the excessive stimulation of life, what we really need is just good quality time to deepen and strengthen our relationship to ourselves. In this class, we will be moving through a whole multitude of backward bends as a way to open up both the physical heart and also the subtle, emotional, energetic heart as well. As we know through the science of mind-body medicine, they're really inseparable. So what we do to the body, we do to the subtle, and what we do to the subtle, we do to the gross. From here, begin to find that wave of breath just gliding in and out through the nose, establishing the foundation of the breath that's so key, especially in these power yoga practices that can be physically rigorous and vigorous. We need that breath to support us, to sustain us through the challenges that inevitably await. In each section of this teacher training, you move through these master classes, these practices, and remembering that the challenge is only there to help grow you. It's almost like placing a boulder in the middle of a river. It's the boulder that meets the current of the river that unlocks the ferocity of the river, that creates the rapid, that creates the strength and the power of that river. So as you encounter poses within this class that maybe are challenging, that's your boulder, that's your opportunity to unlock the power that resides within you. Keeping that breath and that flow, let's go ahead and start to build the energy and the momentum by shifting all the way up to all fours, tabletop position. Cow pose on an inhale, drop the belly, hold there for a couple of breaths, and feel that backward bend shape. So the arch in the back, the inner elbow subtly rotating forward, the collarbone spreading wide. Take another inhale there in cow, and then on the exhale, cat. So reversing that. And then let's flow. Inhale back to cow. And exhale back to cat. Inhale, backward bend, extension. And exhale, fold in, feel the spinal flexion. 2 more times. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round the back, really press into the hands. 1 more time, inhale, and exhale. Good, come back to a neutral spine, step back to plank pose, upper push-up position. Take 1 inhale there in plank, and then exhale, lower slowly all the way down onto your belly. Sphinx pose, slide the elbows forward so the elbows right underneath the shoulders. Forearms parallel to each other. Fingers spread wide, indexes straight forward. And then imagine you want to take the skin of your forearms and you want to drag that back as your heart slips forward through the gateways of your shoulders so you create a little bit more length. And then you deepen into that backward bend after you've created the length. Take one last inhale, Sphinx. And then exhale, lower the chest down, slide the hands back by the ribs. And then check this out. Lift the right leg, right foot, and chest up on an inhale. And then lower the chest and the right foot slow to the mat on the exhale. Switch sides. Inhale, lift the left leg and the chest up. And then exhale, lower slow. Couple more rounds of those. Inhale, right leg floats up, chest up. And then exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts along with your chest. And then exhale, bring it back down. One more round. Inhale, right leg lifts. And exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg, chest lifts. And then exhale, lower. Now this time, lift both legs and the chest up. Hold there, a little hybrid pose of a cobra and also a shalabhasana. See if you can spread the feet out about the width of the sit bones. You may bring the feet in slightly. Good, and then lift your hands off the ground. So you're just using your back and your spinal muscles to lift that chest up. A little floating cobra pose, breath spilling in and out through the nose. And then reach both arms straight behind you. Fingertips reaching towards the back, the heart reaching forward to the front. Shalabhasana. Wherever you're at, take one last inhale, lift everything up another inch. And then exhale, release the hands back down next to the ribs in that cobra position. Cobra pose on the inhale, Bhujangasana, chest up, shoulders slide back. And then exhale, down dog, tuck the toes, use the abdominals to pull the hips all the way up and back. Some days I roll out my yoga mat and I got loads and loads of energy. I'm ready to get into it. Other days I roll out my yoga mat and I had to drag myself to the mat, and for whatever reason the energy's just not there. But you know what? There's never been a day where you didn't roll out your yoga mat, you started moving through these poses where you regretted doing your practice. You're always glad you made time out of your day, even on those days when you didn't want to do it. And then you get to the end of the class and you just feel so much better than when you began. And that's a testament to the power of this practice of yoga. Spread those fingers wide, root strong through those palms. Pull the hips up a little bit high, drop the heels down a little bit low, and just get lost within that world of your breath. That's it. Everything outside that breath, for the duration of this class, it just all goes away. My relationships, my career, the news, the world events, the stresses of life, it just all goes away. I get a little break, a little vacation. Again, what does my heart need? Ask questions of the heart, and then your heart will respond, because your heart has wisdom, it has intelligence. Take a good by inhale, deepen what you got. And then exhale, walk both feet all the way forward to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale, flat back, spine pulls out. And then exhale, forward fold. Circle those arms up to the sky on the inhale, rise. And then exhale, hands to prayer position on the out breath. Good. Now from here on the inhale, spread the arms, the hands out. Gently lean back. So allow those bottom ribs to puff out. And then exhale, bring the hands back together. Two more like that. So on the inhale, arms spread. Feel that backward bend. You might even look up a little bit. And then on the exhale, come back to center. One more time. Inhale for expansion. And exhale for consolidation. Circle those arms up to the sky on the inhale, upward salute. And then exhale, forward fold, dive all the way down. Flat back, inhale, create a little space between those vertebrae. And then exhale, step back to plank, lower down, same out breath. Cobra, inhale, just a sweet back bend massage. And exhale back, downward facing dog. And then whatever your stage you're in, we call it a krama in yoga, K-R-A-M-A. Krama is a stage. And whatever stage you're in prepares you for the next stage. So we're gonna slip into this krama where we start to move the body, coming into our first warm-up series, our version of Sun Salutation A's, which will prepare us for some deeper things to come. So let's start to find a little rhythm, a little cadence, a little harmony, a little bit of yoga music, just syncing and fusing together the breath, the body, and the movements. Take an inhale, draw back through the hips, and then exhale, walk or jump both feet top of the mat. Flat back on the inhale, forward fold on the exhale. Circle those arms up to the sky, inhale, reach, and exhale, hands to prayer, Anjali. Spread those arms out on the inhale, gently lean back and look up, and then exhale, bring it back together. Moving on, inhale, arms up to the sky, upward salute, and then exhale, swan dive all the way down. Flat back, inhale, step or jump back and lower down with strength and support, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale, and then downward facing dog on the exhale. And then notice your heels hidden behind your second and third toes. So for a lot of us, that may mean opening the heels slightly outward so that the outer edges of the feet are flush with the outer edges of the mat. And then almost as if you had paperweights in the heels, let those heels be heavy. Beautiful. Take an inhale, press back to the tops of the thighs, and then exhale, walk or fly. Flat back, inhale for elongation. Forward fold, torso drapes. Inhale, rise and elevate. Exhale, hands to prayer as you radiate. Spread out wide, inhale. Bring it to the inside, exhale. Reach it up on the inhale, feet anchored down low. Forward fold, exhale, sweet yoga flow. Flat back, inhale where the breath inspires the movement. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down, weight forward. Good, inhale, arch in the back, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Now we'll flow through one last round of those, just one last final round, and then we'll move on. So for this last round, just get it while you can. Take an inhale, press back to those hips, and then exhale, walk or jump, both feet top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, Anjali. Spread out wide, inhale, Tai Chi. Exhale, gather that energy. Inhale, reach to the sky for vitality. Exhale, fold down with that inner serenity. Inhale, spine draws out thoroughly. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down slowly. Good, inhale, bend that spine, yoga-liciously. Exhale, down dog, those are history, those are gone. Woo, good, little bit of yoga Dr. Seuss for you today. Now from here, slide forward to plank pose, upper push-up position, and then drop the right knee down onto the ground. Spin the back left foot flat onto the floor, lean into the right hand and reach that left arm up to the sky. And who knows, maybe right now you're even having a little deja vu as if you've done this pose before, you've done this sequence before. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. See if you can just keep that breath steady though and keep it in the flow. And then let's add on to this by lifting that left leg off the ground parallel to the floor just to up the ante a little bit. And it doesn't look like a lot, but it can actually be a little bit challenging. It definitely challenges the balance. Now let's add on to that. Bend the back left foot in, reach back with your left hand and grab that left foot with your left hand. And then if you have it available, pull the heart forward and up a little bit. So there is a little bit of that backward bend shape even in this position while you're balancing. Good. Now left leg back, left arm to the sky. One more inhale, goodbye. Place the left hand to the ground. Keep the left leg lifted and rotate all 5 left toes to face down so your left hip is even with your right hip. And then now lean into your left hand and reach the right arm forward. So now you're balancing on your fresh left hand, left arm. Take a big inhale, extend that out. And then right elbow to left knee, exhale, curl in. 2 more, inhale, draw out. And then exhale, curl it in. 1 more time, inhale, breath sounds great. Exhale, fold it in. Now inhale, reach out, sunbird, tabletop pose, set everything down. Step the right foot to the back of the mat, spin the back right foot flat, lean into the left hand, and then reach the right arm to the sky. And it's just a journey, you guys. We're just moving through this journey that entails every link of your bodily chain and challenging the 4 pillars of fitness: strength, balance, flexibility, and stamina. Good. Now start to lift that right leg off the ground, parallel to the floor, and just notice what happens. Notice what happens to the breath. Does the breath become a little more restricted and constricted? And if so, can you keep it full and fluid? Nice. Now start to bend the back right foot in, reach back and grab the right foot with the right hand. Keep pressing strong into that left hand as you pull out through the chest, and then you roll that right shoulder open. That's it. Nice. Right arm to the sky, right leg to the back. Inhale there. And then exhale, right hand comes down, but the right leg stays lifted. Take the left arm, extend it forward and out. Notice both hips nice and even with each other. The back foot flexes. The outer right hip wraps down. The inner right thigh spirals up. Take an inhale, extend out. Elbow to knee, exhale, curl in. Inhale, pull out. And exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach. And exhale, round. Good. Inhale, sunbird. Tabletop pose. Set everything down to the ground. Step back to plank, upper push-up position. Take an inhale there to set. And then exhale, lower down with the strength of your chest. Inhale, cobra, spread and open wide. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through the nose, and then out the mouth, let it go. Good. Now moving on, inhale, press back through those hips. Exhale, walk or jump, top of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees and squat. Chair pose, reach those arms to the sky. Take about 5 or so breaths there. Sitting back into that invisible chair. So you activate those glutes. And as you activate those glutes, reaching up through those arms. And then finding that gaze right around the horizon, maybe even slightly below so your neck stays long. Feel those legs waking up. Sit back a little bit deeper. Take one last inhale, lift a little higher, and then exhale, forward fold, take the plunge. Flat back, inhale, flood the lungs. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down, chaturanga. Cobra up dog, inhale till it feels impeccable for you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, right leg lifts up, inhale. And then right foot top of the mat on the exhale, spin the back foot flat, warrior 1 pose, both arms all the way up to the sky. Good. Now let's do this. Straighten your right knee, right leg. Take an inhale, lean back, reach up, and then fold down right on top of that right leg. So imagine your torso is like a velvet blanket. Just draping right on top of that right leg, pyramid pose. how about a sweet stretch for all those muscles across the whole back side of that right leg? Just a sweet stretch. And that's all we're doing. We're just trying to give our body the attention that it deserves. Just sweet touches executed with kindness, compassion, a little bit of tenderness, and a little bit of care. Press strong into the lower body, and then inhale, reach both arms all the way back up to the sky, reversing what you did. And then on the exhale, rebend the right knee. Keep the chest facing forward, and then open those arms out wide, prana mudra. Good. Now drop the right thigh a little low. Lift the chest up a little bit tall, high as it'll go. And then start leaning back to your own degree. There's another backward bend. A little bend in those elbows as those shoulder blades contract. And you just spread that chest, that heart wide as it'll go. An open hand, an open heart. Good. Now both arms back up. Inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, vinyasa, lower all the way down. Cobra up dog. Inhale, heart to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog, other side. Left leg floats up, inhale. Left foot top of the mat, back foot flat, exhale. Inhale, warrior one, named after Virabhadrasana, the great warrior. Virabhadra. Good. Now straighten the left knee, left thigh. Take an inhale, lean back. And then exhale, just fold right on top of that left leg. Just fold down and breathe into what you're feeling. Whatever's there, try not to judge it. Because whatever's there is probably there for a good reason. And you're not clinging to anything. You're not pushing away anything. You're not having aversion towards anything. But whatever's there, you're just watching it, observing it, breathing into it, breathing through it. That's it. Drive down to that lower body, and then inhale, reverse sweep both arms all the way up to the sky. And then bend the left knee, left thigh. Keep the chest facing forward. Spread those arms out wide, prana mudra. And then start to draw your heart up. Create that link through that torso and that spine. And then just lean back as if you're saying yes through your physiology. Yes to this moment. Yes to this pose. Yes to this practice. Yes to this life. Now inhale, both arms come back up above. And then exhale, vinyasa, elbows hug the ribs. Cobra up dog, inhale, never felt so good. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good. Now let's take that and let's up the ante by coming into a second warm-up series flow. Remember, at any point, you can always drop your knees and you can take a break. Child's pose is always there for you if you want it. So here we go. Just a beautiful, dynamic, but sensuous flow. Inhale, drive back through the hips. Exhale, walk or jump top of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees. Chair pose, inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Flat back, inhale, heart out. Step or jump back, lower down, vinyasa. Cobra up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale in that flow. Right leg up, inhale. Right foot top of the mat, back foot flat, exhale. Warrior one, inhale, rise up. Straighten the right knee, exhale. Lean back, inhale. Fold down low on the exhale. Good. Inhale, come back up, arms to the sky. Exhale, bend the front thigh, spread the arms out wide. Warrior one, inhale, arms come up so low. Exhale, vinyasa, lower down in that yoga zone. Good. Inhale, present and in the moment. Exhale, down dog, left leg up, inhale. Exhale, flow it deep. Inhale, rise from lower body strength. Exhale, straighten left knee. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, cascade on top of left lap. Good. Inhale, come back up because you're in a flow. Exhale, bend the knee, spread those arms wide as they'll go. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa all the way down. Good, inhale, little arch in the back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, stretch that back. Exhale, walk or jump, both feet through. Flat back, inhale, we call it the yoga groove. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale up, chair, steady and smooth. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Flat back, your breath is your fuel. Step or jump back, lower down and utilize it. Good, inhale as it carries you. Exhale like a raft downstream. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot deep. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, straighten right thigh. Inhale, lean on back. Exhale, fold on top of right leg. Good, inhale, rise and lift those arms up. Exhale, bend the knee, Prana Mudra. Inhale, warrior one, arms up. And then exhale, vinyasa all the way down, a little fire getting stoked. Inhale, not a bad thing to blaze. Exhale, down dog, left leg up, inhale. Top of the mat, exhale. Inhale, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, straighten left leg. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, hit that perfect spot. That's it. Inhale, rise, arms to the sky. Exhale, bend the thighs, shoulder blades kiss. Inhale, rise and lift. And then exhale, vinyasa all the way down. Good, huge inhale, oxygen deep. Exhale, down dog, last round. Inhale, press back. Exhale, walk or jump, top of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, glutes, drop a little low. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, breathe to the lower lobes. Exhale, step or jump back and lower with a little muscle. Inhale, shoulders roll. Exhale, down dog, right leg up, inhale. Top of the mat, exhale. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten the right knee. Inhale, lean back easily. Exhale, fold gently. Good, inhale, come back up, arms to the sky. Exhale, bend the thigh, but hold there. Good, hold there. Now reach those arms up to the sky. Straighten the right knee, right leg. Good, breathe. Now interlace the fingers, turn the palms inside out, palms to the sky. That's it. Now take an inhale, get long through those sideways. And then reverse prayer, bring the hands around behind the back, palms together, fingers to the sky. Slide the hands high up your spine, or if you want, you could even bring your hands into two fists, and you could give yourself a little double fist bump. So either reverse prayer or fist bump variation. Now from here, start to lift your chest up, start to lean back, but as you lean back, keep the chin slightly down, just like you would in a camel pose. Suck that oxygen all the way down to the bottoms of your lungs. Just big, huge, maximum breaths. We don't breathe enough in our normal day. Breathing shallowly, the diaphragm gets stuck, but in this position, take advantage of that space. Good, now lean back a little more on an inhale, and then hinge over and down to your own degree on the exhale. And then at the same time, you're giving all those muscles across the back of that right leg a deep stretch. How about an amazing stretch for your wrist and your elbows and your chest and your shoulders? Good, there's not a place in the body that doesn't get exposed when we do our yoga. Every link of that bodily chain. Now on the inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Circle the arms up above you. Interlace the fingers, palms inside out. And then warrior one on the exhale. Bend the front knee, arms spread, shoulder distance apart. Take an inhale, reach up for glory. And then exhale, vinyasa, lower all the way down as we move on. Good, inhale, chest high. Exhale, last side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot deep. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, fold on left lap. Good, inhale, both arms back up as you press into the lower body. Exhale, bend the left knee, spread the arms out wide, hold there. Oh, good, straighten the left knee, left leg. Bring the arms up above, interlace the fingers, palms inside out. Take an inhale, give the wrist a little stretch. And then reverse prayer, exhale, hands behind the back. And remember, you can always modify if you want, bringing those fists together, whatever feels right. Now, root down through that lower body, lift up to that chest, and then start to lean back as you bring limberness and suppleness and mobility and flexibility and dexterity and agility and pliability into your spine. Good, big, huge breaths. Your breath is your power. That's it. One more inhale there. And then exhale, fold over and down. Maybe you come halfway down. That's cool. Maybe you come down so that your mouth is on your left shin. And if you're down there, why don't you pucker up your lips and give your left shin a little kiss? Because when was the last time your shin actually got kissed? Good. Give yourself a little bit of love. That's it. Inhale, come all the way back up. Circle the arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, palms inside out. And then warrior one, exhale, bend the left knee. Palms face each other. Take an inhale, reach up. Those are done. Exhale, vinyasa, all the way down, chaturanga. Huge inhale, cobra, up dog. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Oh. Good, let's crawl the hands to the back of our yoga mat. And then we'll lift the toes off the mat, slide the hands underneath the bottoms of the feet, or you can hook your big toes, whatever feels right. Take an inhale, extend the heart up and out, create that length, flat back. And then fold on the exhale, just hinging over and down. Feel free to close the eyes if that feels right for you and just come back to the simplicity but the potency of that mantra of your breath. Chances are your mind has been yearning for a moment just like this, where it wasn't being bombarded by a million different things, where your mind could just focus on one thing and one thing only. Good. Release the hands from underneath the feet. Bring the hands around behind the back. Interlace the fingers and start to draw those arms towards straight, just coming into a shoulder stretch. Enjoy one last inhale, deepen that. And then exhale, both hands back down to the mat. Crawl the hands forward to the top of the mat, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog, our hub pose. Pose that we weave in and out of many times. Now, from down dog, slide forward to plank pose, upper push-up position. Bring the feet together side by side. Pivot onto the outer blade of the right foot. Stack the left foot on top. Lean into the right hand. Reach the left arm all the way up to the sky. Good. Now in slow motion, start to lift your left foot up about a foot or so. Slow motion, start to bend the left foot in. And then let the left foot fall gently onto the ground behind you and flip yourself upside down, almost like a flip dog, or sometimes known as wild thing pose. The belly to the sky, top arm reaching forward, up and out. Just another backward bend to open up that physical and subtle heart. Now left arm back up to the sky. Slowly bring the left leg back around. Take one last inhale with control. And then left hand comes down to the ground. Beautiful. Take an inhale there. Drop the right knee onto the ground. Lift the left leg up. Extend the right arm straight out in front of you. Sunbird, you've been here before. Now this time, bend the back left foot in. Reach back with your right hand. Opposite hand grabs opposite foot for half bow pose. Start to draw the left shin back so it's a counter stretch. You're holding firm with that right hand, strengthening your right forearm and your right grip. But your left shin's drawing back, and then you're bowing open through your torso, through your spine. Take one last inhale, half bow, and then left leg back, right arm straight out in front of you. Take an inhale, pull out, lift up, and then exhale, set it down, tabletop position. Step back to plank, upper push-up position, as we now set up for 3 yogi-style push-ups. I would rather do 5 or 10, but I'm gonna be nice. We're gonna stick to 3. You can always drop your knees down here if you want. Inhale down, chaturanga, and then exhale, rise up, plank. 1. Inhale down for quality. Exhale, rise up. 1 more. Inhale, lower, and then exhale, rise up. Good, now hold there, take an inhale, plank, and then chaturanga, exhale, lower down. Cobra up dog, inhale, chest up, exhale, down dog. Just gotta say, you guys are awesome. Inhale, right leg lifts up to the sky. Right knee, left arm, exhale, cross. Good, inhale, right leg draws back. And then right knee, right arm, exhale, touch. Inhale, pull back. And then right knee, left arm, hold there this time. Spin the back foot flat, lean into the right hand. Take the left arm and reach it all the way up to the sky. Good, either with the bottom knee bent, or you could extend that right leg out, lifting it off the ground, challenging your balance. Take one last inhale, open sesame. Exhale, left hand down to the ground. Inhale, right leg pulls back, 3-leg dog. Exhale, right foot top of the mat. What the hell were those? Crescent pose, inhale, both arms to the sky. That was a boulder, remember? Exhale, hands to prayer position in front of the chest. These rivers are getting strong. Now start to lean forward on the inhale. Take flight on the exhale, airplane balancing pose. Now you may remember at the beginning of the class, we did a little Tai Chi flow in that first warm-up series. Let's do it here as well. Spread the arms out wide, inhale. Palms together, exhale. Inhale, open out. Exhale, return to center. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, open. And then exhale, back to middle. Hold there for the inhale. Stand up on the exhale. Left foot down onto the ground. Woo. How we doing? Good? You wouldn't lie to me, would you? All right. Let's lean into that left foot, bend the right heel in towards that right sit bone, and then reach the right hand back and grab the inside of that right ankle, that right foot. Take the left arm, reach it up to the sky, wrapping that outer left shoulder forward, spinning that inner left bicep back. Maybe a little smile on the face because it's only yoga. It's not torture. This isn't really a big deal. Things are only a big deal when we turn them into one. Now start to lean forward. Keep those inner thighs engaged as you reach forward and out to that front left arm and kick back through that right shin, right leg, similar to what you did in that half bow pose. Remember when you're on the ground, cocking that bow and arrow back? Very similar mechanics. Pull back to that right shin, reach out to that left arm, suck that breath deep as it'll go. Take one last inhale there, stand all the way up, right foot on the ground, and both hands to prayer position in front of the hearts. Good, inhale, arms to the sky, get a little long, reach a little high. Exhale, forward fold, chest over thighs. Flat back, inhale, I love me some yoga. Exhale, step or jump back even when it's difficult. Cobra up dog, inhale. Exhale back, down dog, big inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go. All right, you guys, now we're gonna float to that same series on the other side. And then we come down onto our mat, that's it. So let's keep chugging along, kind of like a steam locomotive rolling down the tracks, but instead of releasing steam, you're releasing stress and tension and whatever it is you want to let go of. All right, from down dog, shift forward to plank pose, upper push-up position, bring the feet together side by side. Pivot onto the outer blade, the left foot, stack the right foot on top, lean into the left hand, right arm all the way up to the sky. Now in slow-mo, start to levitate that right leg up about a foot or so. Slow-mo, start to bend the right knee, right foot in, and then drop easily the right foot down to the ground behind you. And then lean into that bottom left hand, drive strong into that as you lift up to that navel and you reach out to that right arm. Take one last inhale there. Right arm back up, slowly bring the right leg around, take an inhale there. Exhale, right hand all the way down to the ground. One inhale there to set. Drop the left knee down, lift the right leg up. Extend the left arm straight out in front of you, balancing on your fresh right hand, right arm. Start to bend that back right foot in, reach back with that left hand, grab what you can get. Using the physics and the mechanics of counter resistance, start to peel open through that chest. You start stacking all these back bends on top of each other, and before you know it, you're opening your chest and your lungs and your heart to whole new paradigms. Good, breathe. Take one last inhale, half bow pose. And then right leg back, left arm straight out in front of you. Huge inhale, pull it out, lift it up. Exhale, set it down, tabletop position. Step back to plank, upper push-up position. As we now set up for 3 more yogi-style push-ups. Here we go, inhale down, chaturanga. Exhale, rise to the occasion. Inhale down, stomach firm. Exhale, strong like steel. Inhale, last chance. Exhale, those are gone. Hold for the inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. And then downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg lifts up, inhale. And then left knee, right arm, exhale. Cross under and over. Inhale, pierce the left leg back. Exhale, left tricep, touch the other arm. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, right arm, hold there. Spin the back foot flat, lean into the left hand, reach the right arm up. And maybe extend that bottom leg out with a little bit of sass. Good, inhale, roll that right chest open, because sass is what we got. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left foot top of the mat. Crescent pose, inhale, both arms to the sky high. Exhale, hands to prayer down that midline. Woo! Inhale, lean forward and out. And exhale, take flight. Just take flight. Good, level the torso with the back right leg. Remember, your breath is your fuel and you got an unlimited supply of it. Now inhale, spread those arms out wide. Exhale, bring it back inside. Inhale, open for space. Exhale, flow in with grace, because that's how I roll. Inhale, open wide. Exhale to the midline. Now inhale, spread wide, hold there. Stand all the way up. Right foot on the ground, hands to prayer. And a moment to let what you just did pass through you. Because every movement and every pose has an echo to it. See if you can allow your awareness to be so subtle and so refined that those echoes never go undetected. It's like you're broadening and you're widening the scope of your awareness. And by the way, the more your awareness deepens, the more your life deepens. It's only when we're stuck superficially on the surface of things with our focus, our awareness, and our attention that life becomes superficial. Now, leaning into that right foot, bend the left heel in towards the left sit bone, reach back with the left hand and grab the inside of the left foot, left ankle. Take the right arm, reach it to the sky, moment or two there as you hug the inner thighs in towards each other as if you have magnets in your inner legs. Good, keeping what you got. Slowly start to lean forward, right arm reaching all the way up and out, and that left shin peeling back, and there you are, dancer's pose, Nataraj Asana. And Nataraj Asana, the dancer's pose, is about conquering the ego. In fact, when you see the artwork of this pose, very often the yogi standing on top of their own ego. It's as if they've conquered their ego and they're dancing on top of it. So instead of being dominated by the ego, they dominate it. Take one last inhale, dancer's pose. Slowly stand all the way up, left foot onto the ground, hands to prayer. Feel the echo of that. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale, both arms sweep all the way up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold to dive. Flat back, inhale. Step back to plank and lower all the way down onto your belly. Pause there. Sphinx pose. Slide the elbows forward. Just like we did way, way, way back when at the beginning of this class. Probably guess, since we've already been here before, we'll take it a little bit deeper, at least by exploring something else. This one we call Ardha Bakasana. You're going to bend your back right foot in towards your right glute, and you're going to reach your right hand back, and you're going to grab that right foot. And then you just start to draw the right foot down towards that outer right thigh, and if it's available for you in your right shoulder, you could even take your right hand, place it on top of the foot, and then begin to pivot your right fingertips forward. So kind of spin this hand forward if it's available. It just depends on the mobility of that right shoulder. So you're looking for that stretch in that right thigh, that right quadricep. If you want a deeper backward bend, you can press down into your left hand so your left arm draws straight and your chest lifts up to the sky. At the same time, you're getting that big thigh stretch. What a beautiful balance, just having a body that's strong, but also a body that's flexible. So often you get one or the other. People are strong, but they're not flexible, or people are real flexible, but they don't have strength. It's like the world's greatest fighters. They usually embody both, just like Bruce Lee. Now, if that left arm is straight, slowly release the left elbow down to the ground. Take a goodbye inhale. And then exhale, slowly release the right leg back, Sphinx pose. Take a moment, feel the echo of that. Now bend that back left foot in, reach back with your left hand, grab that left foot, Ardha Bakasana on the other side. If it's available for you, you could pivot and swing the left fingertips around forward to the front. If not, it's all good. Still a great position to be in. Nice. And then if you want a little bit more, you can press down into the right hand and lift that right elbow off the ground, chest elevating a little bit higher. Again, it's not necessary, but I'm just there to offer you suggestions. This is the job of the yoga instructor. The yoga instructor provides the outline of the pose so that it's safe, it's well positioned, it's well aligned. And the job of the student or the practitioner is to color it in to their own perfect shading. The instructor provides the outline, and then you provide the subtle nuance in between the lines. Last little squeeze, goodbye. Right elbow down, left leg back, Sphinx pose, one last final time. Beautiful. Take an inhale there. Goodbye. Exhale, release the chest down. Slide the hands back by the ribs. And then cobra, lift the chest up. Bend your feet in towards your sit bones so your feet come in. And then the feet draw in towards the back of your head as both knees bend. Take your heart, lift it high as can be. And just take 5 or so breaths there. It should feel really, really sweet. So those feet drawing in, those arms drawn a little straight, and that chest lifting up. Take one last inhale there. And then exhale, down dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips. And this is it, your last downward facing dog of the class. Good, take an inhale there, goodbye. Relax those knees down onto the mat. Crawl the knees forward about 3/4 up the mat. Bring the knees together. Open the feet out wider than your hips. Sit down between the feet, either onto a block or all the way down onto your yoga mat for Virasana, the hero's pose. If you'd like to go into a deeper variation, Supta Virasana, you can recline back onto your hands or your forearms or all the way down onto your back. As you find your position, just take a good several breaths there. So now as we come into these seated and reclining poses, starting to expand the duration of those poses. And although we may not hold it as long as we would hold a yin pose, we hold it, just long enough. Take advantage of all the warmth that you've created. There I am, just with the rhythm of my breath, and that rhythm almost in a hypnotic way, just entrancing my attention deeper and deeper into that present moment. So much of our day, we're ruminating on the past, we're worrying about the future. So these moments of presence are so golden. Of course, by strengthening and reinforcing that on our yoga mat, naturally it just becomes more of a thing that kicks in our normal day. And then all of a sudden we're having a conversation with somebody and we notice that instead of thinking about other things, instead of being distracted by other things, we're really present for what that friend or that loved one has to offer us. Or we're standing in line at the grocery store or the post office. We're stuck in traffic. We're driving our car. The light turns from yellow to red. Instead of getting frustrated, we just come back to our breath. If you're leaning back, slowly begin to transition yourself all the way back up, back up. Stand up on top of both knees here. Spread the knees out about the width of the sit bones. Tuck the toes underneath the feet. And then from here on the inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Twist to the right on the exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Take the right hand, place it on top of your right heel. Take the left arm and reach that all the way up and back, coming into a one arm camel pose. Taking your chest now, rotating it up towards the sky. Come back to the twist facing the right on an inhale. Turn forward on the exhale. Both arms up to the sky, inhale. Twist to the left on the exhale. When you're ready, left hand onto that back heel. And then right arm reaches up. And And you're lengthening that tailbone down towards the heels. You take your navel, your lower abdominals, and you're rotating that upward towards your chest so you're long as can be in the low back, the lumbar spine. Come back to the twist facing the left on the inhale. Turn forward on the exhale. Both arms up on the inhale. Hands to the ground on the exhale. Cross the legs behind you. Come down onto your sit bones. Bound angle pose. Soles of the feet together. Knees open out. Take an inhale, tall through the chest. And then exhale, fold over and down. Several breaths there. Of course, the heart is the center of so many benevolent qualities: compassion, kindness, generosity. And these acts of generosity and kindness and unconditional love are incredibly, incredibly powerful. There's a story of a substitute teacher teaching a 9th grade math class, and he was having a hard time getting them to listen. So he stopped teaching. He wrote everybody's name up on the whiteboard, and he had everybody get out pieces of paper and write down each name. And he said, next to each name, I want you to write what you really like about that particular person. What is their best quality? What do you feel grateful for about that person? And at the end of the exercise, he collected all the pieces of paper and put them in a safe spot. And many months later had passed, and he was back substituting for that same class, and the same thing happened again. He stopped what he was teaching, and he handed the pieces of paper out to all the students in the class. So each student had many, many numerous qualities that their classmates had written that were positive about them. Several years went by, and one day the substitute teacher got a phone call. And this lady had called to inform this teacher that her son had recently died while fighting overseas in Iraq. And inside his pocket was this note with all the qualities of his classmates. And that note was so cherished by him that he carried it with him into combat, even to the last day of being alive. We never know the impact that we can have on others. A simple smile, a simple thank you, and how incredibly impactful that can be and how that can touch the heart. From here, slowly ease your way all the way back up to seated. Bring the hands to the outer knees, close the knees together, extend those legs straight out in front of you. And then reach both arms all the way up to the sky, inhale. And then seated forward fold on the exhale, the perfect counter pose to every backward bend that you've done within this class. So let's be here for a good minute and a half or so, a good 90 seconds, just long enough to get into the connective tissues across the whole entire backside of your body. Each inhale pulling the spine out a little bit further, and each exhale dropping the chest down a little bit deeper. The great Buddhist nun Pema Chodron says, in your practice, work on bringing kindness to yourself. And then when you finish your practice and you step out into the world, allow that kindness to flood out into the world. Or as Helen Keller said, kindness is the language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. And it originates from the heart. yoga, the heart is also said to be the home of the Atman, the home of the soul. This is where our soul resides. Unfortunately, in our society, so many of us are cut off from this connection of the heart. Sometimes when we open up that physical heart, it also opens up past emotions. Sometimes people say, Travis, it freaked me out. All of a sudden, I started crying or laughing or having some sort of emotional release. I got really angry or rageful. This is just part of the practice. This happens as we dig into the tissues of the body. Anything that's gotten frozen and stuck and locked in there, and we start releasing it out. Sometimes this happens when you get a really deep massage as well. There's a release with that. And these releases are incredibly therapeutic and incredibly cathartic. So if that ever happens to you, instead of resisting it or stuffing it back inside of you, just breathe through it and just let it release. Just let it release, and you'll feel so much lighter after that happens. People will be able to see it on your face. They'll be like, man, what happened to you? You look so happy. You have such lightness about you. Take a last couple breaths there. Good. Slowly ease your way all the way back up, back up. Now from here, bring your hands onto the ground right behind your hips. Spread the hands out about shoulder width apart. Point the toes forward and downward as you inhale. And then lift your butt off the ground on the exhale, upward facing plank pose, which is the opposite of what you just did. So now instead of stretching the posterior side, you're stretching the anterior, the front side. Palms strong, front body opens up. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, lower slow, hips all the way down to the ground. Good. Bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. Hands can stay where they are behind you. And then leaning back onto the hands, lift your legs up into the air. Keep the butt on the ground though, and lift the legs up into the air. So we're gonna set up for what we call leg lifts. Inhale, lower the heels down. And then exhale, lift the legs back up, exhale. Good. Inhale, lower the legs. And then exhale, lift the legs back up. Inhale down. And then exhale, legs up. So keep the chest up. And then inhale, legs down. Exhale up. Oh, that's the movement he's talking about. Good. Inhale, lower the legs down. Could you be a little clearer, Travis? Exhale back up. 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. So you're looking for it in the lower abdominals. Inhale down. And then exhale up. Now hold there, reach the arms straight out in front of you, and then boat pump. Inhale, lower halfway down, and then exhale, rise up for 1. 4 more. Inhale, little tummy strength. Exhale, rise up for 2. I got your back. Inhale down, exhale, get up for 3. Yeah, it helps, doesn't it? Inhale down, exhale up 4. 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale up 5. Now hold there. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower slowly all the way down onto your back. Take a big inhale through the nose and out the mouth. Exhale, let it go. Oh. Good, you guys. Reach the hands forward, grab your shins, draw your knees into your belly, into your torso. Give your lower back a little gentle rock side to side. Plant the feet down onto the ground about the width of the hips. Slide the heels in towards the sit bones. And then bridge pose, press down into the feet, lift those hips up. Scoot the right and the left shoulder underneath the upper back. Find the hand variation that feels right for you, whether you're interlacing the fingers, whether you're grabbing the backs of the feet, or if if your shoulders are broad and tight, you can always grab the outer edges of your yoga mat, sending that breath down into the belly and letting the belly balloon and expand, and letting the belly deflate and contract. Feeling that expansion and that contraction of the breath, just like we have the expansion of daytime and nighttime, the rhythm of the seasons. And ultimately, when we sync up our individual rhythm with the universal rhythm, then we're on to something very powerful. Instead of being disconnected to those universal rhythms, this is what Ayurvedic medicine is all about. Feel free to stay in bridge, or if you want to come into upward bow, shift the hands back by the ears, fingers face forward, get a good grip. And then when you're ready, come all the way up, upward facing bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow, sometimes known as wheel pose. Wherever you're at, take a last 5, 4. If you want to come up onto the tips of the toes for 3. Expand a little bit more for 2. Take one last inhale to flower open. And then exhale, lower slowly all the way down onto the ground. Grab the shins. Draw the knees back into the belly. In India, they say no mud, no lotus. So you can't have the beauty of the lotus flower without the mud. The challenges, the adversity that we move through is what allows us to flower open, which allows us to find beauty, to find grace. From here, place the right ankle on top of the left knee, left thigh. Thread the right arm down through the legs. Both hands will grab the left shin. Thread the needle pigeon. And then we'll lift that left leg straight up to the sky now. And then you can grab the back of your left hamstring or left knee. Good, and then take both arms and slide that underneath your right leg, right calf. And then lower your left leg down towards the mat. Using your biceps, begin to lift your chest, begin to lift your head up towards that inner right calf, right knee. So a little floor pigeon pose, stretching deep into that right hip. Just get in there, give it all one last little gentle squeeze, and then softly release the head down, release the arms, and then Apanasana, bend the knees back into the belly. And then left ankle on top of the right knee, right thigh, thread the needle pigeon, left arm slips down through the legs. Take a few breaths there in that first variation. Extend the right leg up towards the sky. Either grab that right hamstring or even the back of the calf, the heel. Slide both arms underneath that left leg, left calf. Slowly lower the right leg all the way down towards the mat as you lift the chest, you lift the head up, using your biceps to curl up towards that inner left leg. Sometimes it's even nice to take the inner right elbow there and kind of hook it around the sole of the right foot, kind of hug that leg in. Last little squeeze there. Softly relax the head down. Apanasana, draw the knees into the belly. Keep the right knee hugged in. Extend the left leg straight out in front of you. Open the right arm out to the right. And with the left hand on that outer right knee, guide the right knee all the way over to the left into a twist. Great Persian poet Rumi says, "Then I gazed right into my own heart. There I saw him. He was there and nowhere else." Great metaphor for all the things that we're searching outside of ourselves that already exist within. So many of the great wise teachers and masters teach us that it exists within that heart again. Bring the right knee all the way back up to neutral. Draw the left knee in to join the right. Switch sides, right leg straight, left arm opens out to the left. And then the left knee drapes all the way over to the right. Left knee all the way back up to middle, bend both knees, back in Apanasana. And then finally on an inhale, curl the forehead up to the knees, give everything one last big hug, one last squeeze. And exhale, Shavasana, corpse pose. You did it, you made it. Through another teacher training practice, before you move into the rest of your day, this might be the most important pose of them all, because it has nothing to do with the physical and everything to do with the subtle. Close the eyes. Let the breath go. Shavasana. Nice and easily bring your awareness back to the space, back onto your mat, back to your body, bringing with you whatever it is that you just dropped into. Reach the arms all the way up over the head to the back, interlace the fingers, stretch it out almost like a cat waking up from a really good nap. Reach the hands forward, grab the shins, draw the knees, the thighs into the belly, the torso. And then gently rock and roll yourself all the way up to a last final seat. Both hands to prayer. And then we'll seal the class by chanting the mantra Yam together 3 times. Yam is the mantra for the heart. 3 yams and 1 om. Join in as it feels right for you. Take a big inhale through the nose. And namaste.